Hi, welcome back. I'm Farhana, or Far for short. Due to private reasons, I will be using this humidifier as my face from now on. And for today's video content, I would like to share with people who are watching, hello, and also future me, hello, the stuffs I bought for the past month. Yes, past month. Before I start the haul showcase, I would like to inform that I would be posting every 2 weeks from now on Sundays. Yay! Was planning on making it every week, but since quarantine started, I literally lost track of my own time. It was bad before, but it got worse. And extra news, unfortunately, we have another outbreak here in my country, so most schools are shut down, making everything online. That means I have to do online presentations. And me being an architecture student, there would be lots of online presentations. And I really hate online presentations. So I guess that adds more reasons on why I changed my upload schedule to 2 weeks per video. And the rest of me either being super busy, tired, or just lazy. Well, that's all about me. Let's get on with the video. The stuffs I bought are from Watsons, Kaison, Mr. DIY, and from random stores. Let's start with Mr. DIY first. So the first thing I bought was a wall-mounted clothes hanger. I've been putting my jacket and bags everywhere, so I just needed a place to hang them. Another problem that I had was that I had little space on my desk, and I use a big board whenever I draw something. The thing is, I don't like putting my art supplies on the floor or inside cabinets, so it was a bit messy. Hence, I bought a bathroom shelf and a basket that could help me store them. So I have this empty wall near my desk and decided, why not hang them on the wall? I am super pleased with how they turn out. It looks really nice. I really like it. Now I have more space and it's less cluttered. My board can finally fit without the need for me to move my art supplies on the floor. And I bought, yes, some glitter glue. Honestly, I was tempted by the sparkles and flakies. That was the only reason. I also tested them out and they're not the best, but it was decent for the price. Next up is a travel bottle set that I wanted to buy for so long. I definitely know that this will be in handy in the future. And honestly, the only reason I bought this picture frame was because I really like the design on it, and I'm not really a picture frame kind of girl, so probably in the future I would transform this frame into a box. And note to self, don't ever buy picture frames anymore. Moving on with Watsons, I bought lipstick. This is the Maybelline Powdered Mattes in the shade Toasted Brown. The formula is quite nice, and I used this shade as a base before adding red lipstick on top to make a warm gradient. Eyeshadows. So I bought 2 eyeshadows from Intuit. One is the Toasted palette and the other is the Mauve palette. For the Toasted palette, It's one that has neutral shades in it, and to be honest, the pigmentation isn't really that great compared to the other palette, especially the shimmer. The mauve palette is my favorite out of the two because it has better pigmentation and the shimmer is lovely. It's pretty good. Blush, oh ho ho, blush. I got myself the Maybelline Fit Me blush in Rose, and I know this blush is sheer and it doesn't really have much pigmentation. I'm okay with it, but I don't like the shimmer in this blush. They say that it doesn't appear on the skin when it clearly does. Also, don't be fooled by that swatch. The blush is very natural and sheer, reminds me kind of like the Korean blushies that you see lots in pictures. Oh, and I also don't like the packaging style. Foundation. I grabbed the L'Oreal True Match Satin Finish Foundation in N3. This is a medium to high coverage foundation, and I'd say this is my new favorite foundation because I have textured skin, but it looks so skin-like on my skin, and it's also lightweight. From Kaison, I bought Wallpaper in the brick masonry pattern. I'm actually a bit conflicted with the wallpaper because next to my purple wall, it's not really a good color match. I'm not really feeling the color match, but oh well. Nothing much to say about the fairy lights. It's just that my mom bought me some recently from somewhere. Ahem. Listen, I love paint and I used to dedicate myself to watercolor and only had a few poster colors, but guess what?
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Poster colors. So I first used poster colors as additions to my watercolor, but I've heard that poster watercolors are kind of similar to gouache, and I want gouache, but they're expensive. But here's the tea, poster colors are not exactly cheap, but at least they're not expensive as gouache, but they're not certainly cheap. I painted a painting on a black paper to test their opacity and actually had to use a hairdryer to dry the paint because they dry very slow. Poster colors don't layer well because they lift the color if you layer them, and oh boy, this was a struggle to paint. At first, it was confusing, but I got the hang of it because, I just wing it. As an alternative to gouache, poster colors are pretty, they're...
It's lit.
And then I used the glitter glue that I bought on this painting, and oh boy, that was a mistake. Because as I said before, poster colors lift if you layer them. So this was a disaster, but you know what? I just went with it. I just came through and just wing it till the end. The last step, of course, another drying.
It's lit.
And here's the results. And I know the neck is long. That is an irreversible mistake that I can't help, but oh well. So here's a mini review. Poster colors, for your information, they tend to crack, but for the bancho one, it cracks faster than pentel ones. As you can see here, it cracks, the painting at this part cracks when I using the bancho paint. For pentel poster colors, they are price ranged at RM5 to RM7 depending on where you buy them, and they're a bit better than bancho, of course, but like all poster colors, they don't work well with too many layerings. If you want to layer them, you have to be very careful, especially if you want to apply glue on top. And they also have this oil-like solution in them that I tested, that if with this oil, it gives like a glossy effect to a painting. So I prefer removing some of the oil so that I can choose either I want a glossy effect or a matte effect. Overall, it was an interesting experience, and I hope that I can improve with poster colors from now on. The last stuffs that I bought are fabric markers. I used these fabric markers before, and in my opinion, they actually are really good in regards to their price. They last long on the shirt, and actually I don't even iron them sometimes. And here is a result of a doodle that I make on an old shirt. So that's all from this haul video. I hope you enjoy watching and stay tuned for more videos. Bye!